In the bustling coastal village of Aquaibum, nestled amongst coconut palms, and in the bustling coastal village of Aquaibum, nestled amongst coconut palms and vibrant hibiscus, lived a fisherman named Ekon. Ekon, a man weathered by the sun and the sea, was renowned for his exceptional luck. His nets always overflowed with the finest catches, plump, silvery fish that gleamed in the morning light. But Ekon's greed, like the rising tide, threatened to drown his good fortune. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the water, Ekon cast his net wider than ever before. He felt an unusual weight, a struggle, against the current that sent shivers down his spine. With a mighty heave, he pulled the net ashore, revealing not the usual bounty of fish, but a creature unlike any he had ever seen. It was a mermaid, her scales shimmering like polished silver, her hair the color of seaweed, and her eyes a haunting emerald green, filled with a melancholic sadness. Ekon, overcome with a mixture of fear and avarice, saw not a creature of myth, but a source of unimaginable wealth. He knew that mermaids were said to possess magical powers, and he envisioned a life of unimaginable riches, a life where his needs would be effortlessly met. He ignored the mermaid's pleading cries, her voice a haunting melody that seemed to echo the mournful cries of the seagulls. He tied her to a palm tree, ignoring her pleas for mercy. He would learn her secrets, he vowed, and use them to amass wealth beyond his wildest dreams. But Ekon's greed proved to be his undoing. As soon as he touched the mermaid's scales, a chilling curse fell upon him. His skin began to flake and peel, his hair turned to seaweed, and his fingers transformed into webbed claws. He was no longer a man, but a monstrous creature, half man, half fish, forever bound to the sea, a constant reminder of his cruelty. The villagers, horrified by Ekon's transformation, shunned him. They feared the creature that once was their neighbor, believing him to be cursed and dangerous. Ekon, now known as Ekon the Merman, was banished from the village, condemned to wander the shores, a living testament to the dangers of unchecked greed. He lived a solitary existence, haunted by the mermaid's mournful eyes and the echoes of her song. He watched from afar as the villagers prospered, their laughter a constant reminder of the life he had lost. He yearned to return to his human form, to regain the love and respect of his community, but the curse held him captive. One day, a young girl named Akara, known for her kindness and compassion, wandered too close to the shore. She was drawn to the mournful cries that seemed to emanate from the rocks. To her surprise, she discovered Ekon the merman, his eyes filled with a deep sadness. Akara, unlike the others, was not afraid. She felt a strange sympathy for the creature, a creature of the sea, trapped in a human form, condemned to a life of loneliness. She brought him food, fresh fruits, and the sweetest mangoes, and she spoke to him gently, her voice soothing the pain of his isolation. Ekon, touched by her kindness, poured out his heart. He confessed his sins, the greed that had led to his tragic transformation. He begged Akara to tell the villagers of his remorse, to plead for their forgiveness. Akara, touched by his sincerity, agreed to help. She returned to the village and told the villagers of Ekon's plight. The villagers, remembering Ekon's once generous spirit, were moved by his remorse. They decided to offer him a chance for redemption. They gathered by the shore, their hearts filled with a mixture of fear and hope. Akara, standing before them, spoke of Ekon's suffering, his plea for forgiveness. She reminded them of the importance of compassion and the dangers of unchecked greed. Slowly, hesitantly, the villagers began to approach Ekon. They offered him gifts of food and water, their voices filled with a newfound understanding. Ekon, overwhelmed with gratitude, wept tears of joy. As the villagers offered their forgiveness, a strange transformation began to occur. Ekon's scales began to recede, His webbed fingers returned to their human shape, and his hair, once like seaweed, began to grow back, dark and lustrous. He was human again, restored to his former self. Ekon, humbled and forever changed, returned to the village, a man transformed by his experience. He became a wise elder, sharing his story with the younger generations, a cautionary tale of the dangers of greed and the importance of compassion. He taught them to respect all creatures, to live in harmony with nature, and to always choose kindness over cruelty. And so, the villagers of Aqua Ibom learned a valuable lesson from the tragedy of Ekon the merman. They learned that greed can consume even the most fortunate, and that compassion and forgiveness have the power to heal even the deepest wounds. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more tales from the heart of Africa. And don't forget to share this video with your friends so that they too can learn from stories. Thanks for watching.